Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Last Call BBS. Yesterday, we had a successful time in the Forbidden Path, but had to give up on a puzzle because I was running out of time and didn't have, or not, I don't know. It just been a while. I didn't have any great ideas, and I was feeling kind of tired of the game for the moment. So, we're switching over to a much more chipper and upbeat 20th Century Food Court, as always. Let's see what's next. I forget. It was barbecue. That's right. Sweet Heat Barbecue. Imagine purchasing grilled meat by the pound. It wasn't imagination to the people of the 20th century, who could often be found chowing down on simple but meticulously prepared foods, such as these foodstuffs described in the Dallas Code. Oh, the Dallas Codex. All right. So what do I do today? You want roast or ribs? Which... Okay, I guess. Oh no, these are all roasts. And there's an amount. I see. Roast slices weigh 100. Ribs weigh 200. And you just stack them. Okay, so what... I have a way to make roast. And a way to make ribs. The trick on this one, if you could say is a trick, is that depending on what this does... we need to, like, this 200 could mean dispense one thing, or it could mean dispense two things, right? Two roasts or one rib. So I kind of feel like we need a scanner to help us remember which thing we're making. Because we can't just dispense the right thing and be done with it. We have to dispense it many times. So I mean, it seems most natural to have a scanner pointed at the stacker which contains the tray. Right? So that at any time we can dispense more if we need it. So give me a stacker. I think we can probably put it like here. And give me a scanner pointing at that. And we're going to need a sensor pointed above it so that we can count the things going through. I think. Yeah, because we need a way to know when we're done stacking up the order, right? I mean, can go here, yeah? Maybe even like that, because we know it's gonna... No, like... Actually, I think I have to be a bit further away. Let's try here. Because I should be able to dispense on the very first tick one item that's the right thing, right? Because I can... I'll have something going here that says, like... That's the output from this scanner. Making sure we make the right thing. But I can also feed this from the start. Because this is going to take a minute. It won't start until there's something in the scanner, right? We can make the first one a bit earlier. So, for example, we could like do this. And it's a little disappointing because we don't have the scanner available until like... Wait, what? They can't be stacked? Oh, do I have to slice it or something? I do. I see. I didn't notice that this was a slicing machine. Ah. So we're only going to dispense one of these objects then, right? And then slice it up and throw away some of it? Oh no, really? It's not a three-way slicer, it's a two-way slicer, so I have to make one or two of them? That's just cruel. Oh, no, I see. Oh, how interesting. It doesn't just split it into, like... It doesn't give you two... You have to feed this thing back in until you're done slicing out enough of it, I guess, right? So... Alright, get rid of all this junk for now. I mean, I just want to find out how much meat is there on one of these things. Do we have like 100, or is there just exactly 6? Oh, okay. I mean, sure. We can put a stacker in there. It looks like there's like a billion pieces, right? We could slice this up as much as we want. Obviously, we only want 6. Yeah, I see. Is it gonna, like, say there's no room anymore? Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay, I mean, I think this is easier than dispensing the right number of them. Because this way we don't need a scanner after all. We just dispense the right thing once, count how many times we want to slice it. Or, I mean, we don't even really have to count slicing, right? We can just count while stacking. And dispense when ready. There will be extra meat lying around on the belts, but as far as I know, as long as you deliver the right thing, they don't care if you have garbage lying around. So this is really just the same as... Well, okay, we have to decode how much they want from this stuff, but... we can do that. And we just need counting, right? So we still want the sensor here. And then we basically just need counters for the stacker? And we want the same trick with two counters, I think, that we used before, right? This one. Wait, do I need that? I mean, I guess. Because we need one that counts how many items we've dispensed. Well, no, because we don't care how many we're dispensing, do we? We just need to know how many total should go out, and we can just keep dispensing as much as we want. I wonder if we could have done that before. I wonder if we can do it now. And maybe I'll find out that if there's stuff left on the tray, it'll be upset. But I think maybe we just need one counter. And it needs a -1. It needs a +1 for the tray. Well, no. It needs either 2, because we're sending out only one thing, or 3, because we're sending out 2 things in the tray, or 4. Yeah, okay. So we just need to compute the right number and then send it over there. So, okay, we can't wire these up directly. We need mixers for them. That's fine. Actually, I think we need the enable, the fancy ones. So if do I really? How many mixers do I need on this exactly? So, like, we want this 200 to go into a mixer that would go here, and also... Oh, wait, no, we don't need 2, 3, and 4, because we might be sending out 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 items plus the tray, right? So you can feed 2 inputs to this in the same tick, right? Like if I do this, it's gonna say 5? Good, okay. So what I think I want then is just 2 of these counters. Where I kind of hate this. But this one needs 3 mixers next to it with enable switches. Its job is going to be doubling or adding more steps if we're making a roast. So hello? Oh, that one doesn't go there. You're right. You got me. And I guess, we need mixers for the inputs as well. Because they need to feed both of these. So this is the 200 mixer, 400 and the 600. Or let's call it the 1, the 2, and the 3. So these need to send both to here. So if this is the 2, then count the tray plus 1 more. If this is, yeah, this seems right. But then also go over to here. And then enable these only if the requested item was a roast. So if I say step 3, oh, I wired these up wrong. Ah! There we go. So this is the 200, this is the small one. This is the medium, and this is the large. Oh, but these, that should only be 1, not 2. So now 1 plus 2, that's the total number of items that should pass the sensor, right? And all we have to do is get these 2 things to add together, which, harder than I thought, question mark? No, it's not harder than I thought. Sort of. I was thinking for some reason I would have this be the master and like, or the, I don't know, the main, the authoritative one, and have this one be kind of supplementary, adding to it. But this one doesn't have a +1 signal on it because we had to add 1 for the tray. However, this one does. So we can just have this one pour all of its numbers in here. Right? So we just take 1 more mixer, of course, to represent the +1 on this. So this guy should feed into here, which feeds into here. And now this, if it's positive, speaking of which, of course we need another mixer. If it's positive, should both decrement itself and increment this one. And eventually, this reads the total number of slices of stuff that we want. Oh, good news, by the way. On this roast channel, we have 1 spare, which we can use to make roast. And I think the ribs channel can just be connected to ribs, right? Okay. And then we can just take this sensor. When you sense something, go -1. And when you are 0, eject? Is that it? Did I win? No. Okay, there is the rule that you have to stop. Okay, good to know. Alright, that's a little trickier, I guess. Alright, well, you know, I had to learn that somehow. So that kind of necessitates a change to how we do things. Because when we have sliced off the necessary number of pieces, we need to route this into a waste basket instead of back into the slicer. And maybe we can reuse this this controller, like, instead of having to have a separate counter here, if we're careful, we might be able to do that. Yeah, because look, by the time we get here, the last thing we dispensed has already been scanned and accounted for. So this can just be a sorter that if our counter is positive, goes this way, and if it's 0, goes this way. So if it's positive, just go straight, please. And if it's 0, then both eject the stacker and go right. Does that work better? Nice. So this time they're asking for 4 roasts. Alright, so this roast should be uneventful, but we'll sit through it to make sure the ribs come out okay. Uh-oh, I threw it in the garbage. What the hell? Alright, why? Why did that happen? Oh, I was too fast. I hadn't finished counting how many of these things I should make because it had to propagate through 2 counters. Okay, so that's easy to fix though. We can just move everything down by 1, I think. And it doesn't cost us any time to do this because we just, yeah, this just buys the factory time to buffer, right? And now it's like, oh, okay, yeah, go on through, Mr. Ribs. Great. And I think the counting has worked, right? Yeah, alright, fast forward, please. Pretty normal time, doing great on cost. My great-grandfather's memory matrix used to talk about this, so we tried it out. It seemed pretty much like the real thing as far as I could tell. I'm not sure how you would know. They should do their... The Granola King? They should do their research. Ribs were not even invented until much later than the time period this establishment purports to evoke. There's Hungry Ghost again, says pretty good. Yeah, so... Wow, look at that. Someone got down here, huh? It's a little surprising. I mean, and even here as well. I could believe you could do better on cost. But I think, like, I guess what you could save maybe would be some of these mixers somehow. None of them are redundant in my current setup, though. They all have at least 2 outputs or 2 inputs. So I can't just throw any one of them away. That's not to say that like none of them are redundant. Maybe there's some cute way to avoid needing them, but I can't just rip them out without changing anything else, at least. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this solution, honestly. This seems like as tight a loop as you could get on slicing stuff out. That's not true. You could buy another slicer. That would be if you really wanted to go fast, right? You'd have to invest quite a lot of logic into avoiding re-slicing. You know, whatever. You could do it, but I'm not going to. New text. Greetings, operator. This is a notice that Soda Trench, our Cola Wars experience, will no longer be in operation at the 20th Century Food Court after several visitors experienced injuries due to physical altercations inspired by brand loyalty. While we realize that enthusiasm for brands is one of the hallmarks of the 20th century human activity, we had not anticipated the fanaticism to reach actual 20th century levels. As unfortunate as this specific incident was, it does reinforce our belief that the 20th century is tremendously compelling. The park continues to grow as people discover the limitless, meaningful experiences that this magical time period has to offer. The Walrus? Oh, alright. Are you making seafood or something? Culinary fashions changed over the course of the 20th century. There was always a place for cocktails. Small vials of liquid made from the admixture of several reagents. To be a true cocktail, at least 3 different colors of liquid must be combined. Okay. So what do we do here? Recipe key. What the heck? I can barely see these fucking colors. Is vodka white or clear or something? The whiskey and cola look identical. But, okay, I guess this is whiskey and this is cola, probably? Yeah. So, oh, I have to read this? Oh, man. It's completely illegible, I think. So, all right, a whiskey is just a whiskey. A whiskey sour is 2 whiskeys plus probably a lemon, if I had to guess. That makes sense. Lemons are sour. A highball. Honestly, no idea. Is that a lemon plus 2 vodkas? I'm gonna look up real, actual recipes. What is a highball cocktail? Then I might be able to understand this damn... Alright. Well, it's a whiskey highball. A large percentage of mixer. Okay, but anyway, it's whiskey. So this is whiskey, 2 whiskeys and a lemon. Isn't this 2 whiskeys and a lemon also? Okay, maybe... What is a... Can you make a vodka highball? Does that exist? Yeah, sure. Okay. So maybe this one has 2 vodkas and a lemon. And then we add ice at the end. Okay. Oh, it's like a little fridge. How nice. What do we do here? I mean... Seems like we're going to need a few scanners, right? Because we kind of need sorters here to let us linger on these spaces as long as necessary. And we need scanners pointing at them so we know what we were even supposed to make. Actually, wait a minute. Do I need a stacker? I guess so, because I need the cup on top of the tray. I could probably pour into the cup directly, maybe? But I need the tray to be able to scan it, to know what to put on. So, stacker, please. That's pointing the wrong way. There you go. This, I assume, is the ice maker. I don't... There's no space to get the ice on right now. So I guess what I can do then is put another... Wait, do you need a stacker for the ice or what? Yes. Ah, hang on. That doesn't... Oh, no, this does work. Because I can have it dispensed to the side, like this. Right? And... Now, something interesting is that I was reading... I don't know. I was looking through the Steam community page, and I saw someone had some like tips for optimization. And one that I was a little surprised by is that it doesn't matter what order you put stuff on a stacker, even though the diagrams always put the tray first. So I think we could just dispense the ice straight onto the stacker and not have to worry about timing stuff. And that has cost us before on things where we, you know, made sure to add the lid last or something in the soda trench, right? So we can say when we start, just like dispense a cup and ice, for example. Let's test and make sure that that's true. So at the start, let's make ice and a cup. And just wire this first stacker to always eject for now. Oh, no, that would be... It would eject... Yeah, eject once there's a tray, that's fine. And wire these sorters themselves. If you sense, go straight. If you sense, go left. And this should eject as well. So this should make a glass of ice, right? Did I not? Oh, the ice is already there, yeah. These can't be stacked. See, it was a lie. The Steam dude lied. So we need a sorter, like, here then, right? That says, like, yes, go ahead and dispense the ice. So when this one senses... Or maybe you're just not allowed to put ice in something that's not a drink. Maybe that's the problem. We'll find out. So when this guy senses, it should both send itself left and this thing straight. Yes, okay, that is allowed. So I don't know why. I thought it said you could stack stuff in any order. Maybe it was wrong. Maybe I misremembered. Maybe I misunderstood. I don't know. Oh, I took away my room for scanners, didn't I? There we go. The good news is I think we only need one. We can scan here. And then just use... We're going to need a sequencer anyway to describe what, like... what we should output over multiple turns. And, so a scanner staring at this, or in fact even this would be reasonable. Because that way we don't have to worry about it maybe accidentally triggering multiple times while it's looking at something or whatever. So put it there. And attach it to a sequencer. Actually, hang on. I said I was only going to need one sequencer, but aren't I controlling like 6 things? The inputs to these and the outputs and the direction release valves for these? Maybe I do need to. Probably do. Okay, kind of sad, but I need sequencers for both of them as well, I think. Yeah. Alright, well, that's life. So let's get these grouped together a little more clearly. Vodka and whiskey, I guess, I don't know, like that. I don't think I'm going to be able to group it very nicely. So stacker A really should just be wired to itself. And so should stacker B. So these can just go down at the bottom and be forgotten. These things, not so much. Alright, so at scanner A, which is the vodka and whiskey scanner, we need a sequencer, right? So if someone asks for a whiskey, Oh, do we need a sequencer for each of the different orders, maybe, right? Well, not the first one, right? Because whiskey is just like one thing. So that one could go straight through just a mixer, right? If someone asks for a whiskey, then give them a whiskey and send them on their way. Sorter A here. It's going to need a couple controls, obviously, for its input. So, for its release, I mean. There's multiple ways we're going to have to let it go. So, this is its go straight. And we're doing that if someone asks for a whiskey. So let's check that first order. That we should be able to dispense one whiskey. Yeah. And of course it doesn't do correctly after that, but that's fine. Now, if they ask for a whiskey sour, that's when we have to put it in a sequencer. So, whiskey sour at scanner A, start. Oh, I can't wire this up directly either, can I? Oh my god. Everything always needs mixers. It's unbelievable. So, right. First, we make a whiskey twice. We make a whiskey and then we eject. So this is making whiskey. A is make whiskey. B is eject, right? Uh-oh. Oh, this is right. This is the same ordinary whiskey order. There we go, so that worked. Now, if they ask for a highball, I think what they want is 2 vodkas. I hope. I don't know. Like, do I need to get an RGB picker to point at my screen and tell me what these damn colors are? Like, I just don't see the color for vodka showing up anywhere here. I've got my eyeball pressed up against the screen and I still can't decode these recipes. Alright, I'm gonna be right back and grab like a color picker tool or something. Alright, I realized what I needed was the Windows magnifier. I zoomed in times 400 and finally I could read this shit. And it's actually, the difference is something that I could have sort of told without the magnifier. It just like didn't occur to me to look for this. This isn't changing what the base recipe is. This is still whiskey. Well, wait a minute. When is vodka being used at all? I thought I had this shit figured out. Because what I noticed is, wait a minute, at the top of this glass, it's not empty like this is. It's like cola or something, right? But when do we ever put vodka in anything? Alright, I'm gonna go look around again. Maybe someone on the Steam forums has just written down what the recipes are or something. Okay, I mean, the only conclusion I can draw is that we just never put vodka on anything. The recipe guide, like, I don't think vodka is listed in any of these. I looked at them pretty highly zoomed. I think the colors match whiskey cola and vodka, and lemon pretty well, and don't match vodka at all. So I guess my conclusion is that later on, there's going to be a different puzzle where we have to use vodka, and this recipe guide the recipe key includes that color even though it's not here? I hope that's all that's going on. Okay, so what were we doing? I guess... The fact that we don't have to control vodka might mean we have a little less of a problem for our scanners. Maybe we can use just one of them, but I don't think so. I think we still need to control 5 things, which is more than a sequencer can do. Alright, because we have to be able to dispense whiskey from here and also to send this away when there's been enough whiskey. And we need to be able to make cola and lemons from here and be able to send it away when there's been enough. I don't think you can really combine any of those signals. So I think we kind of need 2 scanners. I'm sure someone has a clever way to avoid needing 2 scanners, but I don't see it. Okay. Anyway, so what that means, though, is that this scanner only needs to account for what should happen on this sorter. So we can move on to the next recipe. A highball, then. Remind me? A highball is 2 whiskeys, right? Then lemon and cola? Yeah. Oh. Well, we can reuse the whiskey sour instructions for that, right? Because it's just dispense whiskey twice and send it on. So whiskey sour is wired into here. But actually what I should do is for both whiskey sour and highball, do that. Right? And for cola, we can just say, look mate, send it on, right? So let's see if we get the first bit right. They asked for whiskey, we gave them 1 whiskey. They asked for a sour, we gave them 2 whiskeys. And then hopefully a lemon. They asked for a highball. We gave them 2 whiskeys and then hopefully some other stuff. And if they ask for a cola, we should just send them straight away, right? Yeah, good. Okay. I think that's the first one basically done. Now the second scanner looks a little more eventful. Because it always has to dispense something, right? No, not if someone wants a whiskey. We can just send them that shot straight away. Okay. So... Sorter B. I'm like gonna run out of room for machines here. Is a serious possibility. Geez, that hasn't been a constraint before. But anyway, if we get a whiskey, we should just take sorter B. I don't like this. We need a mixer. If someone wants a whiskey, then I guess we needed a mixer anyway. Send this one left and this one through. If they want a whiskey sour, give them lemon and send them on their way. So we don't need a sequencer for that actually. It can just be another mixer. So a whiskey sour, we 1, send them on their way, and 2, give them a lemon. Right, so that should be 2 of our 4 recipes finished correctly now, right? Good. If they want a highball, we have more work to do. That's what we need another sequencer for. So for a highball, we're meant to put in lemon cola, right? Can't even wire this directly. It needs another mixer. Because we don't always want to send it away when we dispense a lemon. So A is lemon, I guess. So put a lemon on, and then B. Oh my god, I can't put it anywhere else to program it. Let me click under that wire, B and C. So B is going to be the cola machine. Which, guess what, needs a mixer. I have one sitting here, don't I? Yes. And C is... This is just eject, isn't it? Yeah. So we should make the highball correctly now. Thank goodness. Okay. And the cola, that's easy. I know how to make that. So give me one last sequencer. I don't think I need any mixers. So if someone asks for a cola, start this, which is that, where A goes to cola, which is here, and B goes to this eject, right? I guess we're retesting the highball for no reason. Wait a minute. Why am I dispensing the ice and making it wait here? Why not just put the ice dispenser there? And this also makes ice. Instead of making ice at this time, at start, why don't I just make ice here? Then I can trim out this mixer and just wire start to cup, which seems simpler. This way their ice doesn't melt as well, providing a superior experience. Wait, oh, whiskey is not supposed to contain ice. I didn't detect that in this. I just said, it said, oh, add ice. I didn't notice that the whiskey ingredients don't include ice. There goes that simplification. Well, maybe it's fine. Because we can decide at this scanner B, where the hell is scanner B? Here? Yeah. It feeds into all these sequencers, right? So whiskey sour, we could afford another output that creates ice. What the hell is the whiskey sour doing? What is this mess? Oh no. It's doing two things. One thing is adding a single lemon, and the other is ejecting. So it could dispense ice, that's no problem. The highball has a sequencer with a spare output, so that could make lemon, no problem. Cola obviously has, I said could make lemon, I mean could make ice. Cola obviously has space and could also make ice, no problem. Okay. So this ice maker currently is wired up to here, but it shouldn't be. Instead, we should have one more mixer for ice, which, when someone asks for a whiskey sour, we can just add the ice along with the lemon. When someone asks for a highball, we can just include it along with all the other stuff we're doing. When someone asks for a cola, we can also dispense it here, right? Yes, the highball gets ice as expected. The cola gets ice. Here's the exciting one. Whiskey, they just send it straight out. Oh! There's no ice to stack. I see. Do I have to put a scanner next to that as well to say, well, you know... No. Well, I was gonna say I can just use the sequencer that I have for whiskey to, like, after a couple ticks, eject this thing. But of course, whiskey is the one that doesn't currently have a sequencer, right? I mean, I don't know if I have space. I think I do. I can just barely squeeze in one more scanner and one more mixer, which is what I would need for that approach. Right, put a scanner here, and if it's whiskey, just like let it go. Or actually, I could do better, right? Just put a sensor here and say, always eject. Because the tray, like, I don't even know if that would work. Because right now, if you told this thing to, okay, what would happen if you did that? If you put a sensor here and took the stacker B and wired its eject to a sense. Well, let's just test on whiskey. That's the intro. No, that's not whiskey. Well, of course, that one, it works. Sure. See, that doesn't work. I guess what we can do, and I don't like it, is anytime we send this left, we also trigger a sequencer that waits a couple turns and then ejects with this scanner. Right? So where is this? Where is sorter B controlled from? Here, right? This thing, which currently has only one output, could have another. We could put in one last sequencer. I hate it. And it could say, okay, well, we kicked the thing off, that's one. So I don't know, it's like around here, I guess. And that it ejects. Yeah. Okay. This is clearly at the limit of my competence here. The fact that whiskey doesn't have ice in it was a bigger, a surprisingly large, unexpected hurdle at the end there, I guess. Hopefully the end? Knock on wood? Yeah, so it waits for the ice to arrive and none ever does, but that's okay. It didn't taste good, but I am told it was more for the visual, so I guess it was okay. I felt just like someone in the 20th century. What the heck is your name? Borneo Jam? 5,000... No, that's so complicated. You have a bunch of bottles of different stuff and you have to measure it or mix it or shake it or whatever. Give me a break. Yeah, so I mean, my time was fine. Pretty normal. My cost was a little high because I used so many scanners, I assume. Also this. So many sequencers. Yuck. So much to do. Alright, well, I guess that's going to do it for today then, eh? Solved two 20th century food truck things in a day, which doesn't happen often. Also, we have new text. Over time, as computer games got more sophisticated and the budgets got bigger, the weirdness got evened out, and you just didn't see concepts like this one anymore. It's too bad, because I would have liked to have seen what bedroom coders like Zach Maddox could have done with a big budget. Probably something truly wild. They never got their hands on that kind of money, although one time they almost did. Not from a hit game, but for some unknown reason lost to time, Zach Maddox was also a publicly traded company on a penny stock exchange. Huh. So this is... I was expecting no new text, because we don't have one of these text nodes here. But this is new text from outside of the game universe. From the Zach Tronton, from the last Call BBS game universe. Not the emulated 20th Century Food Court universe. Alright. Meat plus 3, huh? Well, that'll be for later. Maybe tomorrow, maybe another time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.